September 2025, a significant shift occurred in global diplomacy as several Western nations officially recognized the state of Palestine. The United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Portugal made this declaration, joining a growing list of countries acknowledging Palestinian statehood. This wave of recognition was further bolstered by France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Malta, and Andorra, bringing the total to 156 countries that now recognize Palestine as a sovereign state. Concurrently, several nations imposed restrictions or bans on arms sales to Israel, citing concerns over human rights violations in Gaza. Countries like Spain, Ireland, Slovenia, South Africa, and Canada enacted full or partial embargoes. Slovenia, for instance, banned all arms trade with Israel, including transit and imports, in August 2025. Germany and Italy also paused or restricted certain arms shipments, though political pressure to lift these bans is building in Germany. To understand how all of this happened, we need to go back to October 2023. On the morning of the 7th of October, 2023, during the Jewish holidays of Simchat Torah and Shemini Atzeret, Hamas initiated Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. They fired between 3,000 and 5,000 rockets from the Gaza Strip into Israel within a span of 20 minutes, killing at least 5 people. Simultaneously, around 3,000 Hamas militants infiltrated Israel using various methods, including trucks, motorcycles, bulldozers, speedboats, and paragliders. They took over checkpoints at Kerem Shalom and Erez and created openings in the border fence in 5 other places. This coordinated assault led to the deaths of over 1,300 Israelis, injuries to more than 3,300, and the taking of hundreds of hostages. The attack has been described as Israel's deadliest in history. In response, Israel launched extensive airstrikes and a ground offensive in Gaza. The conflict resulted in significant casualties on both sides, with over 64,000 Palestinians killed and more than 160,000 injured by August 2025. International organizations have described the humanitarian situation as one of the worst crises in decades, with thousands displaced, hospitals overwhelmed, and essential supplies running low. In the aftermath of this escalation, several countries reassessed their diplomatic stances. In September 2025, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Portugal officially recognized the state of Palestine, citing the need to promote a two-state solution and address humanitarian concerns. France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Malta, and Andorra followed, making recognition a growing international movement. The total now stands at 156 UN member states recognizing Palestine as a sovereign nation. Meanwhile, the arms embargoes expanded. Spain, Ireland, Slovenia, South Africa, Canada, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and Belgium all enacted full or partial bans on arms exports to Israel. Germany restricted certain shipments, Italy paused deliveries, and Austria and Switzerland issued official warnings against further military support for Israel. These coordinated actions show how global consensus is influencing the conflict beyond words. In the Middle East, Turkey took significant steps by cutting all economic and trade relations with Israel and closing airspace to Israeli military aircraft. The United Arab Emirates UAE warned that Israeli annexation of the West Bank would cross a red line and barred Israeli firms from the upcoming Dubai Air Show in November 2025. Qatar and Oman also released statements condemning military actions in Gaza, demanding a ceasefire and humanitarian access. At the Sharm el-Sheikh summit in October 2025, former US President Donald Trump unveiled a peace plan for Gaza, garnering support from regional and global leaders. The plan aims to end hostilities and initiate humanitarian efforts, contingent upon Israeli military withdrawal behind a new demarcation line. Despite criticisms of vagueness, world leaders acknowledged the plan as a unique opportunity for peace. Additionally, international organizations and human rights groups have called for investigations into alleged violations, emphasizing the need for accountability on all sides. As of October 2025, the international community remains vigilant, monitoring developments and advocating for a peaceful resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Diplomatic efforts continue, with a focus on humanitarian aid, ceasefire agreements, and long-term solutions addressing the underlying political, economic, and security challenges. The situation remains fluid, and the path to peace requires sustained international engagement, transparency, and cooperation. If you found this information insightful, please consider liking and subscribing. By doing so, you help support more in-depth, high-quality content that explains complex global issues clearly and keeps you informed on the latest developments in history, politics, and geography. Subscribing ensures you won't miss updates as the situation evolves and the world responds to these critical events.